on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning back in for another video. Today we're going to be talking about tires. The tires that I run are Atturo Trailblade MTs. They are 33 by 12.5 by 17s, and I absolutely love these tires. Just looking at the tread pattern it leaves behind in the snow is absolutely gorgeous to look at. That's probably the biggest factor that made me want to buy these tires when I knew nothing about them and I was really taking a shot in the dark. But I have grown to love these tires, and I want to give you some reasons why. The first one is the price. That's kind of the main factor that I went with these tires. I knew I wanted to get something not overly expensive, but also high quality, and I really wanted to try out a medium name brand to see how well of a tire that they really have. And I've absolutely loved these tires. I've run them for about 25,000 miles now, and the tread wear is great. They have so much life left in the tires. I can definitely tell that they've been driven on, they've been worn down a bit, but most mud tires, especially when you get down towards the mediocre brands or the lesser known or the cheap tires, it really makes a big difference when you go from tread quality compared to a Nitto or the Toyos. So I was really concerned, but this was one of the things that I researched and looked into, and I read a lot of mixed reviews, but a lot of them were good, saying that they had a really good tread life. And so far, I've absolutely loved these tires. Like I said, 25,000 miles, and they have tons and tons of tread life left. And a big thing with tread life is the more that it wears down, the louder the noise gets. And while that's true with every single mud tire, these tires are extremely bearable. I know a big thing with Federal tires is that they wear down really quick, and then they get super noisy. I've heard that about Federal. I've heard that about Ironman. Those were the two companies that I was looking at going with for their mud tires until I found Atturo. And the more I looked into Atturo, the more I fell in love with these tires. The ride quality is great. You know, it rides just like a Cadillac. That has to do obviously with the suspension. But I had the suspension lifted before I put the tires on, and the tires only made it better. These have so much sidewall in them and so much tread and so much width that they absorb a lot of things that could have been really quite painful bumps, but it does a great job of softening them down. It doesn't make my suspension ride any worse, but I would definitely say it makes it better having these bigger soft tires. So another thing with that is the durability. You know, how great can these tires really be? If they're this great on the street, how great will they be off-road, right? But they have such good tread that their tread design is it's unmatchable in my opinion. If I had no budget and I was picking any brand of tire to go with for my next mud tire, I would 100% pick Atturo tires. It wouldn't even cross my mind to go to the name brand ones. I know I touched on the price earlier, saying it was cheap. I'll put a picture up here on the screen so you can see what the actual price is. But I got such a good deal on these that when I figured out how good of a tire this is for the price that it is, like, you can't beat that in my opinion. There's no better tire for the money that I think. For at least, tire prices obviously vary based on sizes, based on load range. For this tire size, for the 33 by 12.5 by 17s, the price range and the price range can go from super cheap, from 120 bucks a tire, all the way up to, you know, the 300s with some Nittos or Toyos. So the price that I paid for these were great. I'll put the price just on the screen. I don't want to say exactly what I paid, but you can take, which this is a great thing that I did. I went with Discount Tire, and the Discount Tire guys around me, they've always taken care of me. Any issue they've ever had, they've always been transparent with it. They do a great job, great service team. So I went with them. I brought them a similar make tire that was close to it, and that was a lower price. And if you bring that in, I just brought in a screenshot on my phone. As long as they can look that tire up and find that tire for the same price, something that is comparable in quality to this tire, and if it's a lower price, they will give you these tires for that price. And so as soon as I found that out, I went to one Discount Tire, and they said, absolutely, we can do that. And I've worked with the service manager quite a bit, and they're such a great company to work with, but that's another way to get these tires for even cheaper. Obviously with the Nittos and Toyos, you can't really do that because they are the top of the line. You can't bring in a mediocre tire and say, hey, this is the same as a Toyo, right? You know, that's never gonna fly when everyone knows that that is the top name brand for tires. So another thing is, when you get tires that are, you know, not quite as pricey, you might run into some issues with balancing or with just the life or the health of the tire as well. I have had 0 issues with these tires in balancing, even after off-roading. I was just talking to one of my friends today. I'll see if I can find any wheel weights that are towards the bottom, and he was pointing out how many wheel weights I have. If you look in there, you can see I've got tons and tons of wheel weights. I've still never had a single issue with these tires being out of balance. I don't know if that goes to the testament of the rim maker or the actual tire maker, but I've never had a single issue. I've never had a wobble or a shake or anything like that. So in my opinion, if I've had 0 problems, I have nothing bad to say and only great things to say about that. Especially for tires that I've been beat on. I've aired them down, I've aired them up. Even when these tires are aired down, they ride great. They do their job when they're aired down. They grip and catch onto everything they're supposed to keep you moving when you're off-road. I'll see if I got anything else here. They handle pretty good. I mean, the Jeep doesn't handle well to start off with, so the tires aren't gonna improve that handling, especially when they are big and heavy like they are. And then durability, I guess that's really all I have left to cover here. Durability is great. I'm not sure if any of you know, but I had this pinch weld mod. I had not trimmed enough. As you can see, I originally stopped about right there, and I went to Bundy Hill and tore my tires up quite a bit. Here you can see them. You can see that slash going all the way through, even almost getting close down here to the sidewall, and then coming back up through the top. Both of my front tires had quite severe slashing like that from my pinch weld mod down there. I didn't reach far enough down, and when you're going on a downhill slope and one tire is tucked up into the fender well, that's when I was having the issue, and we went through that quite a few times. I've had, again, even though I've cut through those, they didn't reach, they didn't puncture anything. They definitely cut into the tread quite a bit though, and I've still had 0 issues. I don't think they got any louder from that. I've got nothing bad to say about these tires. If you have any questions at all, please leave me a comment or shoot me a DM. I will defend these tires with my life. That is how good of quality I believe that they are. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm not an ambassador. This is not a sponsored video or anything, but these are by far my favorite mud tires, and I will definitely buy another set. So if you guys learned anything from this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. It helps the channel grow, helps me out tremendously. Thank you guys so much for watching. Posting new videos again every Monday, every Friday. I will catch you guys next video. Thank you so much for watching.